130 kilos on the bar. Very deep squat. See what the referees say. 3 white lights to the left. Okay, last lift of this flight we have Charlie Murillia, Swindon Barbell Club herself. Veteran of the sport. 130 kilos on the bar for her opening lift. Wearing the classic GB singlet. I believe this is Charlie's first competition back after a brief break from powerlifting, or competing at least. Beautiful opening lift, as you'd expect. White lights. Okay, we're on to second attempt, starting again with Rhea Sutcliffe, 110 kilos being loaded onto the bar. Part of your equipment that you can adjust on the platform is your belt. The rest of it has to be put on before entering the platform. Fight, but she gets it up. Referees say 2 white lights. 1 for depth on the left-hand side. You only need 2. Louise Oldham up next, 112.5 kilos on the bar. Through the sticking point, see what the referees say. Just waiting on that third light. 2 white lights, 1 red, indicating the depth on the right hand side. Next up is Nagat Khan. Now she failed her opener due to loss of balance. Hopefully she's had a chat with her coach and rectified this issue. Opting to take the same weight again, a very sensible choice. Even if your opener isn't failed on strength, always good to get that number on the board and not risk going too heavy.
Much better.
Much better. Definitely had a long chat with her coach in the back room. Let's see what the referees say. 3 white lights to the left. Nagat is on the board. Sam Highway up next, 117.5 kilos on the bar. 7.5 kilo jump from her opener.
the noisy crowd this morning. I'm loving it.
Looked good. Very controlled spot there. 2 white lines, 1 indicating depth.
135, right 10 for Kerry, after the phone, Carl.
Kerry Bolton up next, 125 kilos being loaded onto the bar.
Kerry Bolton!
Again, a little bit of pause in the hole. Let's see what the referees say. 3 white lights, good lift.
127.5 on the bar, back out 16 for Carol with the fellow Elizabeth.
Carol O'Neill up next, 127.5 kilos on the bar. This is a 10 kilo jump up from her opener. Currently forecasted 4th place. I'm sure she'll be looking at fighting onto that podium spot come deadlifts. Right, good lift. Elizabeth Cromwell up next, 130 kilos being loaded onto the bar. Good control on that ascent. 3 white lights. 132.5 kilos being loaded onto the bar for Catherine Woodward. Fight there. A little bit of a technical issue with the lights, so we're just waiting for the referee's manual commands. There's a good lift, 3 white lights.
132.5, rock height 12 for Lisa. This will follow with a 90.
Same weight remains on the bar for Lisa Grant. Her coach giving her some last minute tactical cues before she starts to lift. Unfortunately there was downward movement there, so good caught by the spotters.
135 on the bar, please.
Yellow cards indicating downward movement on the lift. Maggie Turner up next, 135 kilos on the bar. Maggie unfortunately failed her opener because she took a step forward a little bit too early. I think it was just a bit of a loss of balance, so hopefully she rectifies this for her second. Strength is definitely there. It's a much better squat. Let's see what the referees say. 2-1 on depth, good lift.
140 on the bar, rack height 11 with uprights in, please, for
Charlie Murillia up next, 140 kilos being loaded on the bar. You'll notice she's asked for the racks inwards. This is very much personal preference for most lifters. A lot of the super heavies will have their racks in so they can get their hands wider. Other lifters use it just so they don't clip the rack on the way out.
Great squat.
Very good depth on that squat. See what the referees say. Of course, 3 white lights. Great to see Charlie back on the platform. Natalie Fletcher up next, 145 kilos on the bar. A little bit of a stick out the hole. One lift, 2-1. Second attempts, all lifters now have a squat on the board. Moving into third, starting again with Rhea Sutcliffe, 115 kilos on the bar. unfortunately just lost it there, that sticking point. Great effort by Sam. Kerry Bolton up next, 130 kilos being loaded onto the bar. Unfortunately just fell forward a little bit, good catch by the spotters. Carol O'Neill, 132.5 kilos being loaded onto the bar. Carol being handled by Phil Richard, legend of the sport, another Welsh lifter. She's fighting.
What a fight.
What a fight. Let's see what the referees say.
2-1, Deadlift.
Lisa Grant up next, 132.5 kilos on the bar. Missed a second, taking the same again for a third.
Control it on the way down. In and out. Keep it line.
Another good fight.
Much better lift there. 3 white lights. Elizabeth Cromwell, 135 kilos being loaded onto the bar for a third lift.
Easy work. Baby weights. Come on, Lee. Easy on your shoulders, mate.
Lovely fight there. Unfortunately, 2-1 on death.
Okay, 137.5 for KDS for Catherine, looking forward to Maggie.
From where I'm sitting, the left hip looked in, but if the lift is slightly off centre, that right hip could have been a little bit higher.
Ready, Mark,
Catherine Woodward, 137.5 kilos on the bar for a third attempt.
Nice fight.
Amazing technique on that squat.
3
white lights.
140 on the bar. That's 11 for Maggie. Looking to follow
Maggie Turner, 140 kilos on the bar.
Boys, look at Maggie. Oh, let's do this. Top 20.
quick squat. Let's see what the referees say. 3 reds on
no
deck,
lift.
unfortunately. It's not quite deep enough.
Okay, 147.5.
Charlie Marilia, third attempt, 147.5 kilos on the bar. You'll notice that Charlie is in the open category. This is because she turns a master next year, so allowing her to qualify for the competitions before the British Masters Classic next year for internationals.
Charlie, mark the in.
And the intensity for a third lift, what we like to see.
Some nice aggression.
Technique on that lift. Beautiful position. 3 white lights. Good lift. Well done, Charlie.
That went down better than a hot cup of coffee.
It did indeed. It did indeed. Or if you like, a hot cup of tea. Always a strong debate between tea and coffee. Very much pro coffee, but that's just my opinion.
There's people that are pro coffee and there's liars.
Yeah, no, I agree. I agree. Okay, last lift of the first flight on squats. Natalie Fletcher, 152.5 kilos loaded onto the bar. Closing in on that double bodyweight squat. I'm sure it won't be soon for Natalie. Great fight there. Let's
What
see
a
what the referees
fight.
say. Oh, unfortunately, no lift. 2-1 on deck. Okay, that was the first flight of squats done. We'll move straight into the second flight of men this morning.
Moving on, second flight. Nash Hunter, this is the running order as it starts in the first round.
Some very nice fights there.
Very nice fights there. Like, really a lot of passion shown by the women.
Nice to see the standard of these massive lifters increasing every year.
Oh, indeed, like taking the qualifying totals up each year, and you can see why. Nice to see quite a few grinds on squat. Always a good talent to have. Okay, now we have the 66, 74, and 93 kilo men. This afternoon we'll have the M1 women 76, 84 plus and senior 84 plus, and the 83, 105, 120 and 120 plus men. That will start at 2:30. First up we have Nash Hunter, 137.5 kilos on the bar. Always a little nerve-wracking being the first lifter out of the flight. Quick out the hole. Let's see what the referees say.
It's a good lift.
3 white lights, good lift.
On platform, Simon with 140 kilos, rack out 10, lifter follow, John Robinson.
Simon Vokes, 140 kilos on the bar.
I thought that was one. Oh, my brain's not very active today.
No, me neither. Bit of a late night last night. Celebrating with day one lifters. Can't turn down a good whiskey.
When in Ireland.
When in Ireland, indeed. just sorting out some technical difficulties with the lights.
Next up, Simon.
Okay, Simon votes. Bar is loaded.
Bar is loaded, Simon. Let's go.
Takes his time to get tight and set under the bar.
Like a great spot.
Really nice speed on that one.
Lift.
Good job, Simon. John, next up on the
Next up we have John Wilkinson with 160 kilos on the bar. I believe John was refereeing yesterday. Incredibly grateful for all the volunteers that give up their time, especially when they're lifting the day after. Very quick squat, let's see what the referees say. 2 wide legs.
Good lift.
Just to watch that left hip on depth.
For 165 kilos, rack height 11, lifted follow Ross Carlisle.
Ricky Morrison up next, 165 kilos being loaded onto the bar.
Make sure to give all of our lifters a big cheer, give them some encouragement.
It's great to see quite a lot of representation from the Isle of Man Powerlifting Federation. Relatively new.
One of NIPS veterans.
Indeed, yes, Ricky. Representing Northern Ireland, as you can tell by his singlet. Controlled first attempt. 2 white lights, 1 red on depth on the right hip. Ross Carlisle, 180 kilos on the bar for his opening lift.
Give our leaders lots of work to do. Resistance up to rack height 20.
Ross is a very tall lifter, rack height 20.
Ross, your bar is loaded, let's go!
Follow that up with pull-ups.
Yep, indeed. That's why it's always good to have a couple of tall spotters. Being 5'9", it's not always very easy when the 6-foot lads come up on the platform. Very smooth opener. Let's see what the referees say.
Good lift.
3 white lights. Peter Billington, 185 kilos being loaded onto the bar.
85 kilos, rack height 17.
Almost halfway through first attempts for this second flight this morning.
Bar is loaded, Peter. Let's meet yours.
Good control there.
Good lift.
3 white lights. Mark Hutchings, 190 kilos being loaded onto the bar.
Hutchins, rack height 19. Bar is loaded, Mark. Let's go. Let's see what the referees say.
Unfortunately, no lift. 3 reds on depth. Just needs to sink it a little bit lower on the second. Rion next on the bar, 210 kilos being loaded onto the bar.
Gonna be shifting some real good today. Bar is loaded, Rion. Let's go. Let's maybe yours.
Very controlled opener there. Let's see what the referees say. White lights. Notice there's now 5 spotters on each lift as the weight has gone over 200 kilos. This is just to ensure the safety of the lifters and also safety of the spotters as well. More hands make light work, as they say.
Bar is loaded, Ben.
Ben up next, 220 kilos on the bar. Looks like these 2 lifters might be brothers. A little bit of a sticking point on the way up. Gets through it. Just waiting on one of the referee's lights. 2 white lights. Indication blue.
225 kilos, rack height 10. 4 red plates.
For downward movement. David White, 225 kilos on the bar, 4 red plates. Or as Dylan Nelson would say, 4 cheeky girls. Or 4 bad boys on the bar.
Let's go.
Wearing the new GB SPD singlet. Incredibly cool design by the folks over at SPD. Always helping us push the sport forward.
Oh, I'd wear that walking around day to day.
Yeah, no, I would indeed. I'd never take it off. Lovely opening squat, let's see what the referees say. Unfortunately, 3 reds. 2 on depth, 1 on missing the command, one of the things. Michael Teagan, 225 kilos, stays on the bar.
Your bar is loaded, Michael.
Very
Speedy
controlled.
opening squat, let's see what the referees say.
The referees are saying
2 lights, 1 referee indicating death. Okay, the heaviest opener of this session, 235 kilos on the bar. For Thomas Celestin. Strong name that, Thomas. Strong name.
Your bar is loaded, Thomas.
You get 10 kilos just off that name.
Ah, yeah, well, you'd hope so, or think, anyway. I'm still yet to experience it. Thomas, a veteran of the sport. wearing the classic GB SBD singlet. It's a beautiful opener. Let's see what the referees say. Unfortunately, 3 reds again, indicating depth. Strength is definitely there. I'm sure the lifters that failed their openers will come back and correct any issues that need done. I think it's safe to say that GB singlet is the goal of almost every powerlifter in the UK.
Oh yeah, agreed.
It's great to see that they're now allowing the bench-only teams to receive one if they are selected for Worlds.
Bar is loaded, Nash.
Nash Hunter, second attempt, 145 kilos. Good control.
It's a good lift.
3 white lights. 147.5 kilos being loaded on the bar for Simon Votes. Simon is projected first in the 66 kilo class. Good speed there. Let's see what the referees say.
2-1.
Good lift. Right hand side indicating depth. Ricky Morrison, 170 kilos on the bar. Ricky is currently projected first in the 74 kilo class.
Bar is loaded. Let's go, Ricky.
Very fast squat.
Lovely looking squat from our angle. Let's see what the referees say. 3 white lights.
It's a good lift.
John Wilkinson, 175 kilos, 3 red plates on the bar. So we have 3 referees on the platform. We also have 3 referees on the jury there to make sure that any decisions are consistent, and they can also overturn decisions if need be. This is a 15 kilo jump on his opener. Very controlling the weight down. I'm not sure about depth. Let's see what the referees say. 2-1 against, unfortunately. His coach did go to the jury, but they agreed not quite deep enough. You can contest any decision as long as you get 1 white light on the board. That's not to say that it will always be overturned, but you can always ask.
Bar is loaded, Mark. Let's go. This is all yours. Let's get some questions. Come on.
Mark Hutchings unfortunately failed his opener, taking 190 kilos for his second. I believe this was on depth, just need to sink it a little bit lower. Depth looks better from this side. Let's see what the referees say. Unfortunately, 2-1 again. Jury is looking on. I'm not sure if they agree. Coach isn't going to the jury though, so I believe the decision will stand. Peter Billington, 195 kilos on the bar. 10 kilo jump up from his opener.
Is this through the sticking point?
Indeed. You took the word out of my mouth there.
Great minds, great minds.
Think alike. Ross Carlisle, 197.5 kilos on the bar, 7.5 kilo jump up from his opener.
197.5, rack height 19, 17.5 kilo jump. Your bar is loaded, Ross.
Paul Marsh and Sophia Ellis watching on. Two very experienced coaches. Referee saves, white lights, lift. Paul and Sophia literally just got back from South Africa and have jumped on a plane to Northern Ireland. Fair play to them. I don't think I can do that. That is dedication indeed. Rion now 220 kilos on the bar. 10 kilo jump up on his opener.
Let's go.
Takes his time, steady walkout. Good control on the way down, good speed on the way up. Let's see what the referees say. White lights, good lift. David White now, he failed his opener on depth, just to sink it a little bit lower. David is a 74 kilo lifter, so this is just shy of triple body weight.
David, your bar is loaded.
4 kilos off triple body weight actually. Just needs to sink this a little bit deeper. Strength is there. Martin Bass, Marsted head coach, looking on. It looks much deeper from this side. Let's see what they say. 2 lights. Centre ref still indicating depth.
Ben up next with 230 kilos.
So you can ask the referees what the infraction was for, just so you know how to correct it on your next lift. If you ever do get a red light in competition, please do ask. Don't wait, because they won't remember once a couple of lifters have gone. Okay, so Ben is up on the bar, 230 kilos. Kilo jump from his opener. Ben currently forecasted second place in the 93s.
What a fight.
Lovely fight. Not sure how much more he's got left. We'll see. Oops, getting it into the rack.
The referees are going to say
Good lift.
Good lift. 235 kilos now on the bar from Michelle Tegan.
Rack height 14.
Currently forecasted first in the 93s.
Michaela, your bar is loaded.
Takes his time to get set. Big brace. Depth
Very
looks good on
smooth.
this side. Let's see what the referees say.
Good lift.
Very white lights. Okay, Thomas up, taking 235 kilos again. Now this was an incredibly quick squat. He just needs to get it a little bit lower to convince the referees of depth.
Bar is loaded.
For those that don't know, the hip crease has to be below the knee. So looking for a negative angle between the knee and the hip. Definitely look deeper from this side. Let's see what the referees say.
Good lift.
Lights. Now there's only one lifter that's not on the board.
Alright, here we go into the third and final attempts for our lifters.
It's a very sensible decision to keep the weight the same for his third attempt.
Rack height 13.
But first up we have Nash Hunter, first of the third attempt with 150 kilos on the bar. Nash is currently forecasted third in the 74 kilo class. Looking to take as many kilos onto his total as he can. Fights it up.
He's stuck with it. And it's good. 3 for Nash. Simon up next on the platform, 152.5 kilos.
Simon Vokes, 152.5 kilos on the bar.
On the second lift. Simon, your bar is loaded.
66 kilo class lifter. Coached by Unified Strength Methods. I'm not sure if there was downward movement there. We'll see what the referees say.
We'd love to see that quick
Ricky Morrison, 175 kilos on the bar, 3 red plates.
75 kilos, rack height 10. Left to follow is John. Oh, you're already warming up now. Ricky, your bar is loaded.
Ricky has the home crowd here in Northern Ireland. It's nice to see a lot of people show up even in the morning on Sunday to support the lifters. Very strong third. Let's see what the referees say. Unfortunately, no lift on depth. If I were the coach, I'd go to the jury. Might as well. Not going to lose anything there. Okay, John Wilkinson, 175 kilos on the bar.
John, your bar is loaded.
I believe his last lift was an issue with depth. I'm sure he's had a chat with James, and they'll have potentially sorted the issue. We'll see what happens. Last minute coaching cues from James. Much deeper on this side.
Looks a lot better.
Let's see what the referees say.
Let's see what the refs say.
Good lift.
I think it's easy on the day to get a little bit nervous. Just cut that weight a little bit too much on depth. Sometimes you just need a quick chat with your coach to remind you to actually sink that squat. Most of these lifters will be training standards. There's no reason why they can't hit depth. Okay, Mark Hutchings, he needs this to stay in the competition. The last thing we want to see is for anyone to bomb out on a lift. Very much a technicality. It's a little bit more depth. Looks all right from this side, but let's see what the referees say. It must be such a relief.
Nothing but a pressure can't fix.
No. Never underestimate the power of some pressure.
He was just playing with our emotions.
Yeah, just toying us. Peter Billington, 202.5 kilos on the bar. I think he can relax now. He's on the board. Hopefully he's a deadlift specialist or a bench specialist.
Peter, your bar is loaded.
Do they exist?
$7.5 kilo jump for Peter. Very deep, unfortunately, strength just not quite there today. Great effort from Peter. Ross Carlisle, 205 kilos on the bar. I believe he is forecasted 4th at the minute in the 93s.
Ross, your bar is loaded.
Building his total. Probably looking to challenge for a podium spot. Great fight there. 3 white lights.
Good lift.
It's 3 for 3 for Ross. Rayon up next, 225 kilos on the bar, 4 red plates. As powerlifters, we do like our milestones. 4 red plates on any lift is definitely one of them. Obviously a lot more impressive on bench, but still just as impressive on squat. Jury is watching on alongside our referees. Depth looks good.
Definitely look good from here.
See what they say. 2 white lights, 1 red for depth. Centre referee definitely not letting the depth on the lifts this morning, but that's why we have 3. Always a little bit more challenging to see depth from the front. David White, 232.5 kilos on the bar.
So your bar is loaded, David.
Over triple body weight now for a 74 kilo M1 lifter. Just needs to make sure he sinks that squat. Depth looked okay from this side. Let's see what the referees say. 2 highlights.
So good there.
So you only need to. Ben up next, 232.5 kilos, stays on the bar.
Let's do 3 for 3. Come on, Ben, you got this. Your bar is loaded.
Good stuff.
Very deep squat, he fights it, he's fighting. Think he might have it. Oh, unfortunately fell backwards, keep hold of the bar. It's a good save by the spotters, good save by the
Hell of a
lifter as
fight.
well. Didn't let that bar slide off his back. Fair play to Michael Teagan, so Michelle Teagan, 240
job by the
kilos
spotters.
on the bar. Very, very good job by the spotters. It's always a very daunting job, especially being back spot with the risk of that bar coming off the back. And that kind of weight will crush you.
There will be no bicep curls with that.
No, I mean, if there was, fair play to them, but I think in some cases it's sometimes just safer just to jump backwards as a spotter and like push the lifter forwards, because there's not much you can do when a couple hundred kilos comes flying off someone's back. That's why we always say stick with the bar. Even if you do fail, the spotters will catch you. Okay, 240 kilos load on the bar, third attempt, penultimate third attempt of the morning session. Fights it up, let's see what the referees say.
Wasn't keeping up, let's see what the refs say.
Unfortunately, that's a no lift, indicating depth on the sides. 245 kilos now for Thomas Celestin.
245 kilos on the bar, rack out 12.
This is the biggest squat of the morning session.
Thomas, your bar is loaded.
Please bear in mind that all of these lifters are between 40 and 49 years old. And they're still squatting big, big numbers. Oh, unfortunately, just lost some balance there. Great catch by Thomas. All lifters getting a lift on the board. One of us giving us a little scare there, but came back on his third. A couple of close calls on fails, but we have an incredible spotting and loading team here, so that we managed to catch.
Yeah, fantastic performance by the spotters.
Fantastic, and the lifters, of course. So we're going to be taking a 10-minute break now. Don't go anywhere. We have the bench press coming up next, so take the time to get some coffee, have a chill, and we'll be back in 10 minutes.
See you then.
And if the follow will be Rhea, and if just rest or ready. Sam, your boys loaded, let's go!
Welcome back to the British Masters Classic Championships. We're here with bench. First up is Sam Highway with 57.5 kilos on the bar.
Oh,
Lovely opener there from Sam.
what do you want me to say? As good as any opener can be.
Yep, indeed.
57.5 kilos on the bar, rack height 11 for Rhea, later the follow will be Kerry.
Rhea is up next. 57.5 kilos, stays on the bar. Just explaining how she wants her hand out. You'll notice that lifters take a little bit more time to set up. Bench being the most complex of the three lifts.
I think you're a bench specialist.
Some would say. Oh, they're asking her to reset. Got a full 60 seconds. No issues with the weight there. Good lift. Next up we have Kerry Bolton, 57.5 kilos, stays on the bar. I believe she was asked to reset as her hands were a little bit too wide. You have to be covering the break in the knurling if you are using max legal grip. Looks good to us. 3 white lights. Megat Khan, 57.5 kilos on the bar. For those that are unaware, to get the press caban, the bar has to be motionless on the chest. There is no prescribed pause. If the bar is moving at all, then obviously the pause will be longer. If the bar is still, you get a relatively quick press command. Waiting on the lights. 3 white lights, good lift. Centre referee just having a quick chat with the lifter, potentially something that could be flagged up on another lift. Louise Oldham, 60 kilos being loaded on the bar. Controlled first attempt. Referees say, good lift, right light.
62.5 kilos on the bar, right leg 12 for Elizabeth, with the follow will be Lisa.
You have Michael Gibson giving the centre handouts. Incredibly proficient bencher, primarily equipped. Also a lot of fun on a boys' night, just as a heads up to anyone. Nice control. Elizabeth actually wearing IPF deadlift socks. Never seen those before. Might actually ask her because I definitely love a pair. Good lift. Lisa Grant up next, 65 kilos on the bar. Now lifters can elect to either get a handout or self-unrack. There's very much personal preference. There are pros and cons to both. If you train with a self-unrack, it's always good to continue that in competition, and vice versa. A little bit of movement on the chest there. Let's see what the referees say. Unfortunately, 2 red lights. I think she might have gone to jump the press command or lost some tension on the chest. I'm sure she'll rectify that on her second. 70 kilos being loaded on the bar for Natalie Fletcher. You can also request for the centre referee to come closer for those that have potential hearing issues or are hard of hearing. With the other 2 lifts, you can obviously see the commands with the hands, with bench, because you're not facing the referee. You cannot see them. Very quick opener there. 3 white lights, good lift. Maggie Turner, 75 kilos on the bar. Red
Always nice to get the reds.
Always good to get the red plates. One of the Welsh lifters like to say, good to get the big girl plates on the bar.
Maggie, you want to let's go, girl.
This is an over bodyweight bench for Maggie. She's in the 69 kilo class. Currently forecasted second. A little bit of a longer press command as the bar was still moving on the chest. Let's see what the referees say. 3 white lights. Catherine Woodward, 77.5 kilos on the bar. Now lifters can opt to have blocks. The bench is a set height on all competition racks. So if lifters are unable to reach the floor, they can request a varying height of block.
Alright, glitter count, let's go! Go for the seat right there, big for she knows what she wants, so she gets it.
Like with anything, including handouts, lifters always feel free. I do recommend this to say exactly how you want things to be done. Especially when it comes to block heights, block positions, handouts. You have a full 60 seconds, so make the most of it. No need to rush onto the platform. Very controlled opener there. White lights, good lift.
77.5 on the bar, record 12 for Carol, lifter to follow will be Charlie. Nice, shine, quiet.
Carol O'Neill,
Bar, loading Carol!
77.5 kilos, stays on the bar. Phil Richard watching on. Phil won the 74 kilo class yesterday, also setting a new British record on bench.
Very fun.
Lovely opener there. 2 white lights, 1 red, indicating some downward movement of the bar. Last up on openers is Charlie Marilia, 90 kilos being loaded on the bar. Very close to that triple figure bench. Be good to see where she goes on her next 2 attempts. Slow off the chest, but very controlled on the way up. 3 white lights. Sarum Highway, second attempt. 62.5 kilos loaded on the bar. Coached by Sabrina Moore, another coach who's only just recently come back from South Africa after coaching at the Classic Worlds. Incredible performances by Team GB across the board there.
62.5 on for the next 5 lifts.
Next 5 lifters. Makes life nice and easy for the spotters and loaders, although a bit quicker turnaround for lifters, so there's always something to keep in mind while watching the scoreboard.
Take your minute, guys.
Take your minute. Not sure if there was a little movement before the press command there. Let's see what the referees say. 3 white lights. Nope, I was wrong. You'll notice that when lifters are asking about their handouts, some of them very quick. Others like to take their time, like telling the story of Buggy the Emperor. Completely up to each lifter. Personally, I recommend slightly longer because you know you're getting exactly what you want. Especially if you have a big arch or more extravagant setup. A millimetre could be the difference between getting or not getting lift. Great control there. Three white lights, good lift.
62.5 stays in the bar.
Kerry Bolton up next. Fights through it. Great lift there. See what the referees say. White lights.
62.5 stays in the bar for Nika Khan.
Nope, nothing in. Two fishes. Bars going in the gap.
Taking your time to get his shoulders dug into the bench.
Start. Press.
Smooth press there. To get the start signal from the side referees, your feet must be flat on the floor and your bum must be flat on the bench. The centre referee cannot give the start command until those are done. However, the centre referee can also overrule the side referees if he believes the lifter is in the correct start position. Louise Oldham, 62.5 kilos, staying on the bar.
Start. Press.
Fantastic fight.
Fantastic fight. Great line on that bench. You'll notice that the bench press isn't just a straight line up off the chest. It's actually slightly curved. Starting at the lower chest, finishing on the upper chest.
Looks like we'll have a string of 65s in the thirds.
Yeah, so all lifters, the first 5 intend to take the same jumps between the second and the third lifts. So it may well come down to deadlift for podium spots. 65 kilos now for Elizabeth Cromwell.
Start. Press.
White lights. Both Lauren and Mike Gibson are proficient equipped benches. You can see them telling lifters to press back, keep that line on the way up. Great to see the spotters and loaders getting behind each lifter and supporting them. Nobody wants to see anybody fail a lift. 65 kilos now for Lisa Grant. Failed this on her opener. It's much better waiting for that press command. Let's see what the referees say. 3 white lights, good lift. Red plate being rolled onto the bar for Natalie Fletcher.
George, hard going that way.
Again, always worth reminding referees and volunteers if you would how you'd like your hand out, if you want them to come forward for the start command. They see a lot of lifters and won't always remember. Very quick descent. Quick press off the chest. Let's see what the referees say.
Very good left. Well done.
Right legs.
80 kilos on the bar. Right leg 8 for Maggie. Lifter to follow will be Catherine.
Maggie Turner up next. 80 kilos on the bar.
Alright, good, Maggie. Come on, let's go.
Don't want to curse any of the lifters, but it's great to see a sea of green over pretty much both attempts so far.
Start. Press.
Up, up, up.
I think that might have been a commentator's curse there. I will just keep my mouth shut from now on. Tom.
82.5 on the bar. Right leg 10.
Sure she'll be out on her third to smash that. Looks like she lost a little bit of tension off the chest. 82.5 kilos load on the bar for Catherine Woodward. Probably some of the most expensive blocks I've ever seen being built with Alico plates. Only the best for our British lifters.
Rocket, rocket, cap.
Start. Press.
Very controlled lift there. See what the referees say. Right legs, good lift. Same weight stays on the bar for Carol O'Neill.
Start. Press.
Quick up off the chest. Let's see what the referees say.
2-1
good. Centre referee indicating starting before the press command. Don't believe it's going to be overturned. I think she might have just got away with that. Okay, Charlie Marilia now, 92.5 kilos on the bar. 2.5 kilo increase. Bringing the intensity for a second attempt.
Start. Press.
Unfortunately, that's a no lift, just not quite there. I'm sure she'll have a chat with whoever's handling her and potentially rectify any technical issues for a third. Sam Highway now, the first of the lifters taking 65 kilos for their 4 attempts.
Have to say, in all 9 minutes as a professional powerlifting commentator, I've never seen 5 attempts at the same number in the thirds.
Me neither. All my weekend as a professional powerlifting commentator, I have not seen this either. I'm sure if the Whiteleys were here, they'd probably disagree and say they've seen this many, many a time, but unfortunately their flights were cancelled, so you'll have to do with us.
Bit of an upgrade, let's face it.
Yeah, well, some could argue that, but you know, each to their own. Now, in all seriousness, the Whiteleys do so much for the sport, and we are again incredibly grateful for all they do and everywhere they go, helping promote the sport. Sam Highway, 65 kilos.
Start. Press.
Unfortunately, just not quite there.
Fantastic effort though.
Managed to recover the line. I think she just lost a bit too much energy there off the chest. Great fight by Sam.
65 on the board.
Rhea Sutcliffe now, next one to taking 65 kilos. Asking for the crowd to get behind there.
Playing up to the crowd.
Bring that energy. Always an interesting one on bench, 'cause obviously you want the noise, but at the same time you need to be able to hear that command. I think the audience is very well versed in the commands of powerlifting.
Start. Press.
Unfortunately, just lost it forward off her chest.
Not today, yeah. Okay, sorry.
Kerry Bolton, next lifter taking 65 kilos.
Okay, 65, back height 9 for Kerry. Lifter to follow will be the gap. Bars loaded!
Start. Press.
Speed off the chest, a little bit of a wobble. Unfortunately, just not there today.
65 kilos quickly turning into a curse number.
I think so. 3 out of 3 lifters currently unable to complete the lift. Let's see if Megat Khan can be the first.
Break the cycle.
Come on, let's go, we've got this!
All these lifters trying to get as many kilos as they physically can on their subtotal before coming into deadlifts. World selections at risk here. And also the awesome British powerlifting trophies.
Start. Press.
Let's get off the chest. See what the referees say.
Good lift.
White lights, breaking the cycle.
14 for Louise. Lifter to follow will be Lisa.
Louise Oldham, last lifter taking 65 kilos in this fight. Once this flight is over, we will move straight into the men's flight for bench.
Start. Press.
I think it just got away from her a little bit there, unfortunately. It was a great effort by Louise. 67.5 kilos being loaded onto the bar for Lisa Grant. Lisa just jumped the command on her opener but managed to correct it on a second, representing Isle of Man. .5 kilo jump onto her third.
Stay tight. Go on, Lisa. Press.
Lovely third attempt. Coach is very happy to see 2-1 for centre referee, still saying she may have just jumped that start command. However, the side referees were happy, and I don't believe the jury is going to intervene. Okay, Elizabeth Cromwell, 70 kilos being loaded onto the bar. Wise words from her coach, you know, don't mess about, fight the bar. Unfortunately, just getting caught on that sticking point. It was a great effort there by Elizabeth. Natalie Fletcher now, 80 kilos being loaded onto the bar.
80 kilos on the bar, right by the case, so we're not late, so the ball will be Friday. Bars on next!
Unfortunately, that's another lift there. Great effort again by Natalie. Same weight stays on the bar for Maggie Turner. Maggie currently forecasted second in the 69 kilo category. Unfortunately failed this on her second, but see if she can correct it on her third. A little bit wobbly on the chest there, unfortunately. Just a no lift. Great effort though. I'm sure she'll be back to take that in the next competition. 87.5 kilos now for the next two lifters, starting with Catherine Woodward. Catherine is currently forecasted first in the 69 kilo class. Being coached by Charlotte of Unified Strength Methods, who I believe have a rather large team here this weekend. Referee is called, unfortunately that is a no lift. 87.5 kilos stays on the bar for Carol O'Neill. Only two lifters have got their third attempts in this flight. Let's see if Carol can be the third.
Comments in the second definitely cursed it.
Yeah, I think I might have. I can only apologise.
Not today.
Unfortunately, it's a no lift. Great effort again. So Charlotte Murillo, 92.5 kilos on the bar. Can't see Charlotte waiting in the wings. So she has done the sportsmanly thing, which is to put a number on the board and allow the timer to run out. This gives the lifters, in this case, in the next flight, the same amount of time they would have had if she'd taken the lift. There is nothing to be lost by allowing them to run out. There's no need to scratch an attempt.
Everyone, give a big round of applause for our spotters and loaders this morning. Making some good catches. We aim to please and save lives as we do.
Okay, Nash Hunter will be next on the bar. We're still waiting for the timer to run out for Charlie Marilia. Nash will be followed by Thomas and Simon.
Looks to be some good heavy openers there.
Yeah, some very heavy openers.
Okay, 105 on the board, 12 for Nash. First round of
Just trying to read that one. Is that Rupert? No, sorry, Ross Carlisle, opening 145 kilos.
Simon, David, Leon, Jenny, Ben, Peter, John, Mark, Michaela, and Ross. Start with 105 on the bar, rocket 12 for Nash Hunter. Your bar
Okay,
is
Nash
loaded.
Hunter first
Let's
up.
go. Let's give some cards.
105 kilos on the bar. Smooth opener there. Let's see what the referees say.
2-1.
2-1. One referee indicating jumping a command.
5, rocket 13. Bar is loaded, Thomas.
Thomas Leston up next, 107.5 kilos. Just looking ahead, and Thomas has put in a 285 kilo deadlift opener. So definitely don't go anywhere, because see, if you're not a fan of bench, there's going to be some big deadlifts later on. 3 white lights for Thomas. 110 kilos being loaded onto the bar for Simon Vokes. Currently projected first in the 66 kilo class.
Bar is loaded. Let's go, Simon.
Electing to self-unrack.
It's a very easy opener.
Very quick opener. May well see quite a big jump up onto a second. The referees say 3 white lights.
Speed reps.
David White, 112.5 kilos on the bar. David currently forecasted first in the 74 kilo class. David taking the time to explain how he wants his handout. Long range of motion, but no issues for him. 3 white lights. Leon up next with 117.5 kilos on the bar.
Ricky to follow. Leon, your bar is loaded.
Explosive off the chest.
Very easy.
Three white lights.
Ricky Morrison next on the platform, 120.
Ricky Morrison up next, 120 kilos on the bar.
Bar is loaded, Ricky.
Quick descent. Press. Three white lights. Ben up next, 122.5 kilos on the bar.
Ben, your bar is loaded.
With all lifts, especially bench, you want to open on something you're 100% confident you can do. Bench being the most technical lift. Lovely opener for Ben. You don't want to be failing your opener on strength. You can tweak technical bits, but if the strength isn't there, it's not going to be there. 125 kilos on the bar for Peter Billington.
Bar is loaded, Peter.
Very fast indeed. You'll notice that lifters have a variety of shoes on between lifters and flats. Like, what do you prefer lifting in for bench?
To be honest, I kind of go back and forth between the two.
Yeah, I used to lift in lifters, but I found that I just couldn't get the grip on some of the platforms, so I switched to flats. Guess it depends on your ankle mobility. John Wilkinson now, 127.5 kilos on the bar. Very smooth opener there. One red, indicating the jump of command. Two white, so good lift. Mark Hutchings, 140 kilos on the bar.
Only 5 kilos between the next three openers.
Mark, your bar is loaded.
Last three openers opening lifts of this flight. Sticky at the top. Let's see what the referees say.
And the referees are saying
3 white lights, good lift. 142.5 now being loaded on the bar for Michelle Teagan.
142.5 kilos, rack height 13. Your bar is loaded, Kelly. Let's go to Zoe.
I think it's safe to say he's probably got the biggest arms of all the 93s here today.
It's safe to say his arms are bigger than my legs.
Definitely incredibly jealous. See how his bench is. Very quick opening lift.
Warming up.
Plenty of power there, 3 white lights. 145 kilos now for the biggest opener of this flight for Ross Carlisle.
145 kilos is loaded. Your bar is loaded, Ross. Let's go.
Very
easy
quick opener
opener.
there. No issues whatsoever. 3 white lights. All lifters have registered a bench moving into the second attempts.
Nash, your bar is loaded.
Unfortunately, that's a no lift. Always good for the lifters to stay with the bar even if they fail. It's a lot more weight for the spotters to have to prove them to the rack if you let go. Thomas Celestin now, 110 kilos being loaded onto the bar.
Your bar is loaded.
Not quite able to lock it out. Still got one on the board though. 110 kilos being loaded onto the bar for Simon Boats.
Simon, your bar is loaded.
issues there. Let's see what the referees say.
Really smooth there from Simon.
Unfortunately, that's a no lift, indicating both downward movement and jumping the command.
On the platform, 117.5 kilos, rack height 10.
Coach has gone to the jury to contest this decision. Okay, this decision will stand.
Bar is loaded.
David White, 117.5 kilos. Great line there. See what the referees say. 3 white lights for David.
3 white lights.
Rayon up next, 125 kilos been loaded onto the bar. 2 red plates.
5 kilos on the bar, rack height 12. Left foot forward, Whitney Morrison. Leon, your bar is loaded.
Very smooth press there.
Very nice there. 3 white lights. Good lift for him. 2 for 2. Ricky Morrison up
Rayon
next.
up.
127.5
Ricky Morrison up next, 127.5 kilos on the bar.
Bar is loaded.
Lots of very big deadlifters in this flight, so I think all the benches are trying to get as many kilos as possible to try and put themselves in the best positions they can leading into deadlifts. Definitely going to be a few close battles.
Build that total, baby.
Build that total. Deadlift specialists can and will pull into podium positions on their openers. Build that subtotal. Slow but smooth. See what the referees say. 3 white lights. Ben up next, 130 kilos on the bar.
130 kilos. Rack height 14. Going for a 7.5 kilo bump on his previous attempt. And Ben, your 130 kilos is loaded on the bar.
Come on. Let's go. Start.
Off the chest, just lose it and lock out unfortunately. Great catch by the spotters.
Really good attempt.
Sure he'll be back on his third for another attempt. Peter Billington up next, 132.5
So next
kilos.
up, we have bar is loaded for Ben. Bar is loaded for
A
Peter.
little technical issue there. Peter Billington is up next, 132.5 kilos on the bar. And that is a good lift for Peter. John Wilkinson is up next with 135 kilos on the bar.
Next on the platform, 135 kilos, rack height 13, 7.5 kilo jump for him. Attempt number 1. John, your bar is loaded.
Last 4 lifters for second attempts. Just making sure his thumb loops are off his wrist straps before he gets on the platform. John opting to use the stiff wrist straps by SBD. Our newly appointed Category 1 ref Adam Riley from the jury watching on. A little shaky on the way up. Let's see what the referees say. Unfortunately, that's a no lift. I believe some bum lift and downward movement. 142.5 kilos on the bar now for Mark Hutchings.
Bar is loaded, Mark.
.5 kilo increase on his opening lift. He fights through it.
Great fight.
And two white lights. Side referee indicating either feet or bum lift. Hey, Michelle, apologies if I'm pronouncing that wrong. Keegan with 150 kilos now. Him and Thomas Celestin are quite close on the total for top spot, so he's now going to try and get every kilo he can on bench press to put him as good a position as possible going into deadlifts. Especially with Thomas having the bigger deadlift, he will be at the advantage. .5 kilo jump. Fights to the sticking point, great lift there.
Lovely.
Probably another 2.5 kilos for his third, I think. 155 kilos now for Ross Carlisle, a 10 kilo jump up from his opener. Again, this will push him close to that podium position. Ross is currently in 4th, however Ben is not far off in 3rd. Apologies, I've just seen some pizzas being brought in and it did distract me ever so slightly.
And he escaped with them. We'll be hunting him down in the break.
That is one of the ways of powerlifter's heart is food or caffeine.
Or caffeine in your food.
Or caffeine in your food. The ultimate combination.
Oh, he's playing with us.
Beautiful second lift. I'm going to guess maybe 165 for that third attempt. 1 red light indicating either foot or bum lift, but he's got 2 and that's all he needs. Okay, third attempts now. Nash Hunter retaking 107.5 kilos.
Nash, your bar is loaded.
Nash is timing out, doing the sportsmanly thing of allowing his competitors the exact amount of rest they would have predicted having, not putting anyone at a disadvantage. It's great to see the sheer level of sportsmanship in this sport.
All of our staff, our spotters and builders, our
Just a quick shout out to all our sponsors, SBD, Alico, A7, Neofit, and of course the Northern Irish Powerlifting Federation for hosting this incredible event over the weekend. Thank you to the volunteers, platform crew, admin, table crew, and the referees for giving up all their time, and quite a lot of them flying over at their own cost to help at this event. We would quite literally not be able to run any of this without them. That being said, if you're ever around a local meet and have time to volunteer, please do. I know a lot of meet directors are always very keen for any more hands they can get. More hands make light work.
And that's a no lift there for Nash.
Okay, now we have Thomas Celestin with 110 kilos on the bar, looking to just extend his forecasted lead on Michelle Teagan.
Thomas, your bar
If successful, this will put him 20 kilos ahead, leading into deadlifts. Looks better than last time. Let's see what the referees say. Good lift. He gets those kilos. Puts him in a very strong position now going into deadlifts. But as the way with deadlifts, you never know. Some people like to take some very big jumps. Or the opener could just be a placeholder or a bluff. We'll just have to wait and see. 117
chess.
Game of chess. 117.5 kilos now for Simon Vokes. Electing to go up 2.5 kilos from his second attempt, asking for a handout this time after self-unracking the first two. Most likely to try and save some energy. The lift was not failed on strength, it was an infraction on the rules, being a bum lift. Referee has indicated an issue. His head was not flat on the bench. He needs to make sure his head stays in contact with the bench to be able to get the start command. He's got plenty of time, no need to rush. Unfortunately, that's a no lift.
Just not there today.
Great effort from Simon. David White up next, taking 120 kilos on the bar.
120 kilos for David. Black eye 10. Leon is left to follow. David trying to go 3 for 3 here. David, your bar is loaded.
This will extend David's forecasted lead in the 74 kilo class. May seem like only 2.5 kilos, but every kilo counts when it comes to total. He's finding the line, he's fighting it through. Hits that sticking point. Unfortunately, there was downward movement, so that will be a great effort though from David. Rayon up next, 127.5 kilos on the bar.
Also trying for a clean sheet. Lifted follows Ben.
Thomas Celestin watching on as his 93 competitors complete their bench.
Leon, your bar is loaded.
2.5 kilo increase for Rion. He's incredibly close on totals. Quite a few of the podium places are within 5 to 7.5 kilos of each other.
Let's go! Start! Press!
Fights it back, unfortunately just not quite there today. You can see how hard all these lifters are trying to get every kilo they can before deadlift start. 130 kilos now being loaded again for Ben. Unfortunately failed this on his second. Let's see if he can come out on his third and smash it.
Ben, your bar is loaded.
Big brace. Quick off the chest. Unfortunately, that's a no lift. Great effort there by Ben. Ricky Morrison now, 132.5 kilos on the bar. Ricky currently projected second in the 74 kilo class. Unfortunately, I think first place is a little bit out of reach, but third place is clipping at his heels, so he will need every kilo he can. To keep Nash Hunter away. Now Nash has the bigger deadlift, so we'll see moving in what happens. Unfortunately, that's a no lift. He still has a 12.5 kilo lead moving into deadlifts, but will that be enough? 135 kilos now being loaded for Peter Billington. 2.5 kilo jump on his second attempt.
Peter, your bar is loaded.
Unfortunately, can't get it to that sticking point. Great effort though. John Wilkinson, 135 kilos on the bar. Only one lifter has managed to successfully hit their third attempt on the bench so far. So hopefully John can be the one to break that cycle.
Did you curse it again?
I didn't say anything this time, so I'm hoping this isn't the case. James watching on. Strength is definitely there. Let's see what the referees say. Has he managed to keep his bum down? Unfortunately, no. Indicating bum lift again on that attempt. Mark Hutchings now, 145 kilos being loaded onto the bar. 3 more attempts left for bench for this morning session.
Mark, your bar is loaded.
Unfortunately, it's a no lift. Great fight though by Mark.
Final 2 lifts.
Last 2 lifts, 152.5 kilos being loaded on the bar for Michelle Teagan.
152.5 kilos rack height.
Again, apology if I'm mispronouncing this. I may go and ask before deadlifts how he wants his name pronounced. Looking as jacked as before. Great to see. Potentially bodybuilding show after this.
Tan and some oil, and he's good to go.
Yeah.
Start. Press.
Pick off the chest. Unfortunately, that's a no lift. That leaves him 20 kilos behind moving into deadlifts. But again, anything can happen. Last lift of the bench, 162.5 for Ross. His first two have absolutely flown. There's no reason why this won't follow the same pattern.
7.5 kilo increase, so you can go 3 for 3. Ross, your bar is loaded!
Just reminding the spotters how he wants his hand out. Always good practice.
Start. Press.
Now shall we find the line? I think he's going to get it. Is he going to lock it? I don't think he could quite lock out that one arm, unfortunately. There's incredible fight on bench. You really got to hand it to him. Came forward a little bit too much off the chest, recovered the line, but just couldn't quite lock that elbow. Unfortunate sea of red by Thomas Celestin on that third attempt. Just goes to show how much these lifters are fighting for each attempt.
It's great to see such efforts.
Great to see the efforts. Right, 10-minute break and we'll be back for deadlifts. There will be a couple of fights done. Don't go anywhere.
We will see you right back.
Okay, welcome back to the 2022 British Masters Classic Championships in Northern Ireland. We are on to the deadlifts for the morning session. First up is Sam Highway with 135 kilos on the bar.
Let's go.
As Gino says, the fun doesn't start until the first deadlift hits the floor.
Very competitive lifting today.
Very competitive.
I'll be balding by the time I'm competitive.
Well, it'll be 2029 for me, mate.
Oh.
At least. Just waiting for the lights to be fixed. Unfortunately, there's a little minor technical issue.
Gives us time to get some grub.
Okay, let's get this show on the road.
Okay, they have their manual lights. Lovely opening lift for Sam. See what the referees say. Still some issues with the lights.
It's a good lift.
Honestly, these lights are enough to drive someone clinically insane. Okay, next up is Maggie Turner with 135 kilos on the bar. Maggie currently forecasted second in the 69 kilo category. Bit of a grind off the floor, but she gets it up.
Good fight.
3 white lights. She has registered her total. 137.5 kilos on the bar for Louise Oldham.
Let's go!
Fight.
Slow off the floor, but still smooth. And the referees say 3 white lights. Next up is Negat Khan with 140 kilos being loaded on the bar. All of these opening deadlifts are to register a total for the lifters. From there, it's time to build. Negat opting for a sumo stance deadlift. Feet outside the hands. 3 white lights. Rhea Sutcliffe. 142.5 kilos on the bar. Interesting to see each lifter's individual setup, their little routines to get themselves prepared for the lift. Oh, lovely lift.
Absolutely nuts how fast that moved.
Absolutely nuts.
Well done. 142.5 stays on the bar for Cara, lift follows Catherine. Let's go!
Harold O'Neill next, 142.5 kilos on the bar. Handled by Phil Richard. Great lift. I think Phil's been competing since before Gaston Farage was in charge of the IPF. Just goes to show how long he's been in the sport. 3 white lights there for Carol. Catherine Woodward, 145 kilos on the bar. Great lift, 3 white lights. Elizabeth Cromwell now, 150 kilos being loaded onto the bar. Potentially some downward movement there. Let's see what the referees say.
It's a no lift.
Yeah, no lift, unfortunately, on downward movement and lockout.
157.5
Natalie Fletcher now, 157.5 kilos on the bar.
Natalie, rise, let's go!
A little bit of a sticking point at the knees, but no trouble for her. See what the referees say. 3 white lights, that's a good lift.
157 stays in the bar for Kerry Bolton.
Just tightening the collars to make sure the plates don't slip.
Come on, Kerry, let's whip it up.
That is a good lift, 2-1 for Kerry Bolton.
160 on the bar for Charlie.
Charlie Marilia now, 160 kilos.
Right, Charlie, your bar is loaded!
Bringing the intensity to her opening lift.
Some great crowd support.
Great crowd support indeed. Lovely opening lift for Charlie. 3 white lights. This is a total. Lisa Grant now. 182.5, 400 pounds going on the bar. This is a massive opening deadlift.
Lisa, your bar is loaded!
Looking very calm and collected going up to the bar. Lots of support for Lisa in the crowd. Wow, that was a quick opening pole. See what the referees say.
Very good.
2-1. Blue light for some downward movement, but she's got 2 whites, that's all she needs. Okay, on to second attempts, Maggie Turner.
Hi, Maggie, your bar's loaded, let's go! Let's go!
Maggie opting for a 2.5 kilo increase. And that moved quicker than her opener.
Wow.
See what the referees say. 3 white lights. Well done.
Finding the rhythm.
Finding the rhythm.
142.5 on the bar, please, for Louise. Center forward side. Hi, Louise. Bar is loaded, let's go!
Louise Oldham, 142.5 kilos on the bar. Knocks it out. Referee say 3
Good
white
lift.
lights.
155 on the bar.
10 kilo jump for Sam. Sam representing the great nation of Wales. No bias here.
None at all.
Control off the floor. Quick lockout. The referees say 2 white lights. Slightly jump the down command. Just to make sure she stays locked out until the command is given.
147.5 on the bar for Nika Khan.
7.5 kilo jump up from her opener. One of very few sumo pullers during this women's session. Patient off the floor, snappy lockout. 3 white lights, good lift. Maria Sutcliffe up next with 150 kilos being loaded onto the bar. Rhea is only 5 kilos behind the 3rd place position. This is going to come down to the 3rd attempts. If she gets this, she's moving 2.5 kilos ahead. You can change your last deadlift attempt twice. Always good to put in a placeholder and drop down if need be. A little slow off the floor, but she locks it out. Referees say 3 white lights, moving her into bronze medal position and knocking Sam down to 4th. Catherine Woodward now, 152.5 kilos. This is to extend her lead in the 69 kilo class. She's already 12.5 kilos ahead. $17.5, sorry. Snappy lockout, let's see what the referees say. 3 white lights, good lift, she extends her lead.
Carol O'Neill now with 155 on the bar.
This is to keep Carol in 3rd place in the 84 kilo class. White lights, good lift.
160 on the bar, getting 4 days. This is the ball will be carried. There's your bar loaded, let's go!
Now she failed her opener on a technicality. The strength is there, so she has elected to go up by 10 kilos to 160.
Eyes to the back.
More patient with that lockout, looks better over here. See what the referees say. 3 white lights, that paid off, great lift.
162.5 on the bar for Kerry Bolton.
bit sticky at lockout. Let's see what the referees say. Unfortunately, no lift there. Downward movement. Come back on a third. Sean, do it again. Natalie Fletcher now, 165 kilos being loaded on the bar.
Come on, Nat, you got it. Come on. Everybody.
Unfortunately, just not quite there. She has another attempt though. So she'll come back out and try again. 172.5 kilos for Charlie Marilia, a 12.5 kilo jump up from her opening lift. Well and truly making a statement. For the year before she becomes a masters lifter, she will definitely be a threat on the international platform, sorry. Patient off the floor, quick lockout. See what the referees say. 3 wide lights, it's a good lift. Lisa Grant now 192.5 kilos on the bar, closing in on that 200 kilo mark. I think after this weekend, it's safe to say I'm well and truly disgusted by sandwiches. All I want is a proper meal at this point. I mean, I love helping out, but like, you know, just need to like scram food in between lifts. Okay, Lisa Grant, 192.5 kilos on the bar. Off the floor, snappy lockout. Oh, unfortunately, just couldn't quite hold on at lockout. I'm sure she will be back. And do it again. Third attempts now, Maggie Turner. 145 kilos on the bar. 7.5 kilo jump. This is to add to her second place forecasted total, move her further ahead of Rhea Sutcliffe.
Maggie, your bar is loaded. Let's go. Last left. Leave on the top bar. Come on.
Audience behind her.
Lifters are going to need all the help they can get now, pushing their limits on their last lift of the day. Unfortunately, just not quite today. Great attempt by Maggie Turner. Louise Oldham, 150 kilos being loaded onto the bar.
Clear. Take it over. Come on. Please. Go on it. I could be good, but I'm not falling. Bar loaded away. Let's go. Come on. Let's do this.
Unfortunately, that's a no lift. Great attempt though. 152.5 kilos loaded on the bar for Sam Highway. A 7.5 kilo jump up from her second attempt. Now this will temporarily put her in third place ahead of Rhea Sutcliffe, but Rhea is still to pull. Even if you're watching at home, get behind these lifters. I know you might not think it, but if you shout loud enough, they will hear you over here in Northern Ireland. the referees say. Great job. She's moved into 3rd place temporarily. Nagit Khan, 155 kilos now. Another 7.5 kilo jump up from her 2nd attempt. Now Rhea is actually heavier on body weight, so she will need to stay with her 3rd attempt. But first it's Nagit Khan, 155 kilos. Patient off the floor. Unfortunately, that's a no lift. So, Rhea now, this is the minimum she needs to pull to get ahead of Sam Highway. Sam is lighter on body weight, so she is unable to match her total. She needs this 7.5 kilo jump to move back into bronze medal position. This is for a podium place at the British National Championship.
Board is loaded!
Bringing the intensity, she's asking the crowd to get behind her. This is what these lifters have worked for. She gets herself set. Unfortunately, just not there today. Great effort. Great strategy by Sabrina and Sam. Okay, 162.5 kilos. This is to further extend Catherine Woodward's lead in the 69 kilo class. I believe she already has 1st place. This is just to increase her total.
Icing on the cake.
She has been a dominant force in the 69 kilo class this morning. Unfortunately not there, but she still takes away 1st place in these 69 kilo women's. Now, Kerry Bolton, 162.5 kilos on the bar.
Going for redemption.
Redemption on her 2nd attempt. This is to give her 350 kilo total and secure her 5th place position. She holds it. See what the referees say. 3 white lights. That is a good lift. Carol O'Neill, 165 kilos on the bar, 10 kilo increase. Now this will temporarily move her into 2nd place in the 84 kilo class, giving her a 380 kilo total, 2.5 above Natalie Fletcher.
The final board is loaded! Let's go! Come on, let's go!
She's guaranteed 3rd, but can she take 2nd? Can she hold it? Referees say 3 white lights, temporarily in 2nd place, with Elizabeth Cromwell next with 165. I think she might have missed a referee there. How rude indeed. No, I'm kidding. In the excitement, it's easy to miss. You're not used to having 4 referees. There you go. Jenny's got a fist bump. let's get behind Elizabeth Cromwell, 165 kilos on the bar. 5 kilo increase on her second attempt. Hips are coming through, holding it lockout.
Good battle.
Waiting for the last light. 2 white lights. And she is over the moon. Make sure you fist bump Jenny. There you go. Okay, now we have Natalie Fletcher. If she gets this lift, she will take back her second place. Unfortunately, failed it on her second. Can she get it on her third? Guaranteed third. This is to take the silver medal.
Come on now, everybody! Come on! Get tall!
Unfortunately, just not there. Great attempt. She still goes home with a bronze medal. Now, Charlie Marilia, another 7.5 kilos being added to her total. This 180 kilo deadlift.
Getting psyched up.
Bringing the hype, bringing the noise. He is an absolute veteran of the sport. Back competing on the national platform. Cleaning the bar between each attempt to give the lifter the best chance at holding on to the bar. Here she comes, Charlie Marilia. Unfortunately, just not there today. Great effort.
Up next, Lisa Grant with 192.5.
This is the biggest pull of the women's session this morning. She unfortunately failed this on her second, just losing grip. She's already got the first place finish. This is to extend her total.
Back for revenge.
Back for revenge. One thing you'll learn about powerlifters is that we are not beaten easily. Behind Lisa. Wherever you are in the country watching this, let's start shouting. Use those key phrases of up and hips. See what the referees say.
Unbelievable. No, if you can't respect that, you should just quit powerlifting.
I know, if anyone says they don't like a good game battle, they should just quit powerlifting. It is one of the most exciting parts of any competition. Right, we move straight into the men's deadlifts.
So in this fight we have Ricky Martin, followed by John, Simon, Nash, David, Mark, Peter, Kelly, Ben, Graham, Ross, and Thomas.
Just giving the officials a chance to move around. Spotters and loaders changing the weight on the bar. We have an absolute show for you in the deadlifts for the men.
We're going to see some nice battles here.
We have the heaviest opener being 285 kilos. But first we have Ricky Morrison, 170 kilos on the bar.
Representing Northern Ireland.
Home nation, home crowd.
Easy.
Great first lift. But From Ricky, John Wilkinson, 180 kilos on his opening deadlift.
Let's keep the hype up for all our lifters.
All these lifters looking at securing their
Come on, your
totals.
bar is loaded!
Secured on your first, build on your next.
You gotta leave some headphones for a second.
Very quick opening lift by John.
Nice and smooth.
Very white lights.
190 on the bar for Simon Brooks.
Simon with 190 kilos. Lift forward smash. Simon, your bar is loaded!
I have to say the music today has been absolutely on point for the lifters. Hard not to sing along. Solid block out there.
Smooth and controlled rock.
White lights.
For Simon, that's a good one.
200 kilos being loaded onto the bar for Nash
100
Hunter.
kilos on the bar. Left to follow is David White. Nash, your bar is loaded.
More sumo pullers in this flight, which is good to see. It's always good to see a good variety between conventional and sumo deadlift. A little wobbly and lock out, but let's see what the referees say.
Absolutely.
2 white lights, good lift.
2-1. David White up next on the platform, 220 kilos.
David White next with 220 kilos being loaded onto the bar. Only 10 kilo difference in openers for the next 6 lifters.
David, your bar is loaded.
Wide conventional stance. No issues there. Let's see what the referees say. 3 white lights. Good lift.
Good lift for David. Mark next, seeing it on the bar, 220 kilos.
220 stays on the bar for Mark
Your bar
Hutchins.
is loaded, Mark.
Deadlifting in squat shoes, which you don't see very often. At the same time, it's personal preference to each lifter. And they've clearly not slowed it down at all there. 3 white lights. 225 kilos, 4 red plates being loaded on for Peter Billington.
Your bar is loaded.
Solid opening lift, beltless as well for Peter Billington. Now Michelle Teagan, the current second place in the 93 kilo class, asking for 225 kilos on his opening lift.
Looking jacked as ever.
Looking jacked as ever, the man himself. Opting for a mixed grip. No issues there. Let's see what the referees say. White likes good lift, he's on the board. 230 kilos now for Ben. Both Ben and Rion opening up at the same weight and also weighed in at the same weight. Sitting 2.5 kilos apart on total. If these two lads are brothers, this is going to be one hell of a battle.
Family feud.
Family feud indeed. I would not want to be at any of their Christmas celebrations. Not after this. It'll start off the floor, but no issues at lockout. Referees say
good
lights.
Next up,
we need to find out after if these guys are brothers.
Yeah, we have to ask. Rion opening also at 230. This will quite literally come down to who's going to take the bigger jumps. They look quite similar, so I'm inclined to guess they are brothers.
We're going to take the gamble and say
yes.
yes.
I'm going to take that gamble.
Okay.
Both conventional, both mixed grip.
Similar lifting styles.
It's very similar lifting styles. Again, about the same speed on that hold. So Ben has entered 240 for his second. Let's see what Rion puts in. Next up we have Ross Carlisle with 235 kilos loaded on the bar. Rion has also put in 240. This is going to come down to the wire.
The final pull. That really is great music, actually.
It's amazing music. Can't beat the music of the powerlifting competition. Hands down.
Ross, your bar is loaded.
Ross coming out for his opening pull of 235 kilos. Another conventional deadlifter. Double overhand hook grip.
Gotta respect the hook grip.
Very quick deadlift. Right now we are loading 285 kilos onto the bar.
We'll need a 10-minute break while the spotters load on 285.
That is 5 reds, a white and a collar.
Thomas, your bar is loaded!
This is an opening lift of just shy of 300 kilos in the 93 class. Oh my God.
Yeah, I was not expecting that.
300 next, it has to be.
I thought he was going to clean it.
I'm genuinely speechless. I think it's fair to say he is very much secured his first place by that. Again, I'm sure Michelle could respond, but that has kept him 20 kilos up, and he's put in a 20 kilo jump for his second attempt of 305.
Will we see 300 plus fall?
Oh God, will we see those 6 reds? Ricky Morrison, 185 kilos for his second attempt. To extend his second place position. Lovely
just
sumo
a beautiful
lift.
display.
Absolutely beautiful technical display there. 3 white lights, good lift. John Wilkinson now 200 kilos on the bar. Fair play to the spotters and loaders, they are flying through these plate changes. Lifters should really take that full minute, I think. No need to rush. consistent speed throughout the pole. Let's see what the referees say. 3 white lights.
200 stays on the bar for Simon Phillips.
Bear in mind, Simon is a 66 kilo lifter, pulling 200 on the second. Just over triple body weight. He just can't quite lock it out. I'm sure he will be back on his third for another attempt at 200. Nash Hunter now, 210 kilos below the bar. Looking at putting a bit of pressure on Ricky Morrison for that second place finish.
The bar is loaded.
Making the most of his minute. Smooth sumo pole there.
Good lift. Mark Hutchins up next with 232.5.
232.5 kilos.
We are back into the 4 red category.
Well over 4 red, yes.
There's a real runs today. 3 reds, 2.5, and 1.25. 4 reds.
Just looking at the attempt selections, I think Ross Carlisle is going after Michelle Teagan's silver medal.
Mark, your bar is loaded.
Now we have Mark Hutchins, 232.5 kilos loaded on the bar. Lovely conventional pull there by Mark.
Moves fast.
Referee say 3 white lights.
Good lift.
Now Michelle Teagan currently silver medal position in the 93 kilo class, asking for another 10 kilos, taking it to 235.
Your bar is
5 followed by a front double bicep.
I really hope he does that after his third. That'd be an epic photo. Opting for very little talc on his legs as well. See what the referees say. Are they happy? 2 white lights, 1 blue for hitching or ramping. 2 is all he needs. 237.5 on the bar to extend David's lead in the 74 kilo class.
Your bar is loaded.
Well and truly showing why he has that GB singlet. Smooth second attempt there by David. Referees say 3 white lights. 240 kilos for Peter Billington.
Peter, your bar is loaded.
Good lift. Same weight stays on the bar for Ben and Rion. Ben having a 2.5 kilo higher total, currently putting him at a slight advantage.
On the exact same body weight.
Exact same body weight. So in this case, if they match on total, it'll be the lifter that hits the total first that wins. So the first puller will actually have the advantage for a change. Very deep set hips to initiate the lift. Patient with it, locks it out well. Wearing trainers to deadlift as well. Another interesting choice, but it hasn't slowed him down at all.
I wonder if they have the same clothes.
I'll have to have a look actually. Ah no, Rion's got the Sabo deadlift shoes.
Paul are Ross and Thomas for the last of the second attempts. Rion with 240 kilos, your bar is loaded.
So Ben has elected for 245 kilos for a second. Let's see how Rion goes and what he puts in for his third. Very smooth lift. I think Rion might have the advantage coming into thirds. Now Ross Carlisle, if successful, this will put him 10 kilos away from Michelle Teagan on total.
Nice to see a sea of greens there.
It is indeed. Ross's first attempt was very quick, so no reason why this can't move the same.
Let's get behind it. Ross, your bar is loaded.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Lovely second attempt there. Now, three white lights, 305 kilos being loaded onto the bar for Thomas Lestin. Just over the 666-pound mark.
Let's get everybody tearing on this attempt. This is checking some serious weight. Thomas, your bar is
Loaded for Thomas Celestin.
Crowd are behind him.
Crowd's behind him. His opener absolutely flew. A little bit more of a fight, but I don't think it's too much of an issue. Let's see what the referees say.
And the referees say,
It's a good lift.
One move, some downward movement, pitching. I think he'll probably take 310 for his third. Just seen that Rayon has put in 250 to move ahead of Ben. Ross Carlisle also 262.5, which would put him ahead of Michelle Teagan. There's going to be some battles on these third attempts. Do
Always
not
good to
go
see.
anywhere.
Are you not entertained?
I'm not entertained. Let's get behind these lifters.
Ricky also pretty jacked for a 74.
I was going to say maybe a bit of a water cut. Looking shredded. Oh.
Beautiful.
Beautiful third attempt there.
Some days.
solidifying his bronze medal position. Now we have Simon Vokes re-attempting 200 kilos. Couldn't quite lock it out on his second attempt. I'm sure he's had a chat with his coach. And he'll come back and smash it on his third.
Simon, your bar is loaded.
He's fired up.
He is fired up. Crowd's fired up. It's last deadlifts now. Every kilo you've got left, leave it on that platform. It's coming up. He gets those hips back. What an improvement on his second lift. Congratulations, Simon.
Good job.
John Wilkinson now, 210 kilos, representing Isle of Man powerlifting, I believe. Cleaning the bar between each attempt as it is third, giving each lifter the equal opportunity to get that bar up. Some last minute technical coaching cues from James. Unfortunately, he's not quite there today. Great effort from John. Nash Hunter up next, 220 kilos on the bar.
220 kilos for him, going for another 10 kilo jump on his second attempt. Look at the force Kelly. Nash at 220 kilos.
Every lifter in this morning session has achieved a total, which is great to see. The last thing you want is to see a lifter bomb in competition. When you speak to most lifters, no one wants to win because their competitor didn't register a total. It's moving. Can he get his hips through? Unfortunately not. Another great effort there by Nash. Now, Michelle Teagan opting for a 5 kilo jump on his second. This will put him at 625 kilos on total and keep him in second place. However, Ross will be pulling after and has the ability to change his third attempt. Michelle is lighter on body weight though, so does have the advantage in this case. So Ross would have to pull a full 2.5 kilos more on total. I believe a minimum of 267.5 will be needed if he makes this lift. Now here's Michelle, 240. Locks it out. See what the referees say. 3 white lights. You can see Ross is coached by the attempt table. Will he put in a change or will he be happy with third?
2.5 kilos on the bar, please.
He's plenty far enough away from fourth. I'd say take the risk, but we shall see.
Nothing to lose.
Nothing to lose here, but a lot to gain.
Mark, your bar is loaded. Let's get behind him.
Mark Hutchins now, 242.5 kilos on the bar. Gets those hips through, waiting for that command. Controls it on the way down, and that is a good lift.
David White up next, 245 kilos.
Very pleased.
Ladies, everyone, we're looking for
David White up next, 245 kilos on the bar. Then the follow.
No attempt change has been made for Ross. More than likely discussing it in the back with his coaches. Might be the case he'd rather just take a PB. Happy with bronze, nothing wrong with that.
Making sure we're pressed in nice and tight there. Alright, just making sure that the bar is in absolutely right position.
Again, another hats off to the spotters and loaders.
David, your
It's a
bar
big
is
shift to put in, and they are
loaded.
doing an incredible job this morning.
right there, let's go!
Let's go, David. I've just seen three white lights. I've just seen that Ben has changed his third attempt to 250 as well.
Oh, we have the battle.
To extend that lead over Rion. They're the same body weight, so Rion would need to pull 255 to win after this.
And your bar is loaded. Oh no, sorry, we're going to clean.
Just cleaning the bar for him.
Got another 7 days, 7 toes. Then your third and final lift. 250 kilos, your bar is loaded.
The bar is loaded for Ben. The battle of the brothers.
Presumed brothers.
Presumably, yeah. Quarter of a ton on the bar. It's off the floor. Oh, unfortunately, just couldn't quite get it past his knees. Rion will still have to pull 250 as the amount on the bar cannot be taken down. So Ben could still take the win here with a 2.5 kilo higher total as we speak. I say the win between these two lads. They are currently in 4th and 5th position.
Your bar is
Love to see the next family dinner.
I would indeed. But at the same time, you've got Ben on the side cheering on Rion, which is just something incredible about this sport. It does not matter who you are, whether someone's going to beat you or not, you cheer on your competitor.
Come on! Come on, let's go!
Come on, Rion. Beautiful pull. What an incredible display of sportsmanship from both of these men. Hats off to both of them. A true representation of powerlifting as a sport. Peter Billington now 255 kilos on the bar. This is to take 15 kilos on his total and move him ahead of Mark Hutchings and into 6th position.
Peter, your bar is loaded.
Ross has put in 267.5 after this as well, but now Peter. Is pulling it, is above his knees. Can he lock it out? He locks it. Let's see what the referees say. 3 wide lights now. Ross Carlisle, 267.5 kilos being loaded on the bar. This is to take 2nd place in the 93 kilo class. Thomas has set an absolute precedent for 1st place and cannot be caught at this point. but Ross is after that silver medal. He's guaranteed bronze, nothing to lose. 267.5 kilos loaded on the bar.
These are the battles we like to see.
These are the battles you like to see. Nothing is guaranteed. Let's get behind Ross wherever you are in the country. Shout as loud as you can. This is for the second place position at the British Championship 2022. Got it off the floor. It's above his knees. Can he? Just quite too heavy for today. He still comes away with bronze. What a valiant attempt.
Effort, yeah.
Now they're loading 307.5 kilos on the bar. A ridiculous number of pounds that I cannot work out on the top of my head. More than 666 is all I can say.
It's enough that I can see the Alico bar bending.
Yeah, it's not often you see that. It's usually over 300, and even then it's not much, but that bar is definitely bending. And these are bars that are not built to bend. I have a feeling that Thomas may not actually be coming out for this, in which case these poor spotters and loaders have just loaded 307.5 kilos for very little reason. I mean, it does look very nice on that bar, so great photo opportunity for anybody.
For the spotters and loaders.
Yeah. I can't see him. I don't think he is coming out. I believe he'll be timing out. He is being a true sportsman, even to the end. So we're just going to run the clock down for a minute. So what we'll probably do is just have a quick recap while staring at that beautifully loaded Alico bar. Well, we've had some battles and some close calls.
The brotherly battle was probably the highlight for myself.
I think so, yeah. The two brothers, I think that was an incredible show, just going against each other, but at the same time you can see them cheering for each other. Like, there's no... Yeah, it's just...
Yeah, I know what you mean. It's just great to see.
It's just great to see at every level. It's great to see these people here in Northern Ireland. Thanks again to the Northern Irish Powerlifting Federation for putting this on and running such an incredible event. For the Hilton Hotel Group for allowing us to take over their conference centre and probably permanently damage their floors. I'm joking, of course, we're using platforms. But anyway, and to our sponsors, SBD, Alico, A7 and NeoFit. From myself, Tom Morgan.
And myself, Aaron Kelly.
That is, well, I say good night, the end of the morning session. The afternoon session will start at 2:30 for the remainder of the lifters. Thank you.
Alright, so it looks like we are ready to begin. So first up, the women's 69 kilo M1s. In third place, Sam Hayway, with a total of 332.5 kilos. In second place, Maggie Turner, 347.5 kilos. And with a huge 372.5 kilogram total, Catherine Woodward. Next up in the women's 84 kilo M1 with 337.5 kilos, Natalie Fletcher. With 380 kilos, Carol O'Neill. And in first place with 392.5 kilograms, it's Lisa Grant. Next up in the men's 66 kilo M1, in first place with 462.5 kilo total, it's Simon Vokes. Moving on up to the men's 74 kilo M1, in third place with 465 kilos, it's Nash Hunter. In second place with 492.5 kilogram total, it's Ricky Morrison. And in first place with an enormous 595 kilogram total, it's David White. Moving on up to the men's 93 kilo M1, in third place with 610 kilos, Ross Carlisle. With 625 kilogram total, it's Michaela Tigon. And in first place, with a total of 650 kilograms, Thomas Celestin. And let's give one final round of applause to all of our lifters today. What a fantastic showing they put on. And thank you very much to your jury. Thank you very much to all of you. And we hope to see you for this afternoon's session. See you soon.
Livestream.